Hey guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2020. The album, Dad AF. Rock on, Gold Dust Woman. I love how many people think that song says rock on, gorgeous woman. And then when people find out it's not gorgeous woman, it's gold dust woman, they like lose that. Take your silver spoon, dig your grave. It's a Fleetwood Mac song. I love it. It's one of my all-time favorite songs of life. All right, how are you guys doing today? As you can see, I got a little sun on my face. My husband and I, we went to the pool today. There was literally nobody at the pool. Two of our friends came up there and joined us, and I am so, like, my fingers are pruned out. I have been in the pool all day long. It has been so fantastic. My new favorite thing, our friend Sarah brought over, she brought over the LaCroix. Is it LaCroix or is it LaCroix? Tomato, potato. The limoncello. Oh my God. It tastes like one of those orange dreamsicles, but in a drink. I should have just reviewed it for my review channel. I actually did even do a review today. I went to Starbucks and I reviewed the dark chocolate cold brew. So go check that out on my review channel. If you didn't know, I have 5 channels. I have this channel. I have my review channel called Peter Reviews Stuff. I have a daily vlog channel where I vlog for an hour to 2 hours every single day driving around called Peter Vlogs. I have a booktube channel, which is where I started. Do I have something on my finger? Ouch. I have a booktube channel where I read books, whatever. I actually have a true crime book club associated with that, where tomorrow we are doing a live stream over The Night Stalker by Philip Carlo, about the Night Stalker, Richard Ramirez. Next month we are reading about Ed Gein, who they made the movie Psycho after, as well as Texas Chainsaw Massacre and things like that. So we have a summer of serial killers. And then my 5th channel is Peterisms, where I talk about lessons I've learned in my life, mistakes I've made. I read meditations. It's kind of like my learning channel over there, where all the things I've learned in life. So, but that has everything to do with this channel. This channel over here, she's some drama over here. She's drama girl over here. Okay, let's get into the drama of today. I need my lip gloss. My lips are kind of dry. Okay, so much has been going on the last couple days. I want to talk about some new things that have come out, but I also want to kind of talk about what's coming next, because I think in the next couple days, I don't think it's going to happen tomorrow. I don't think that people like to do things on Sundays. YouTubers. People. No, I don't think YouTubers like to come out with like massive stuff on Sundays. I think it'll come out on Monday. I do. So Monday or Tuesday is when I think it'll come out. So first of all, I wanted to go in here and I wanted to talk about this article that came out on the Insider about Jeffree Star restocking Shane Dawson's hoodies, which, you know, I saw this come out on Killer Merch. It was going around. People were retweeting it because Killer Merch put out this ad and was like, oh, the Shane Dawson hoodies were out. And at first I kind of was just like, oh, that's kind of funny that they would put it out. I didn't really think about it until I sat down and I was reading this article, and it doesn't really even implicate this in this article or say this, but what an incredibly horrible look that is, that Killer Merch, like, talked about this restock of the hoodies. I mean, in this time right now where everybody is kind of like evaluating things and deciding who they're going to stand with and who they're not, you know, for Killer Merch, when Jeffree Star has stayed absolutely silent, is not speaking about what is going on whatsoever. He has nothing to say about his issues or Shane's issues or anything going on. And this is not just drama channels and people on Twitter. I mean, this has been picked up by CNN. This is on every major news network or entertainment news network. I mean, this is a big issue out there, right? For them to throw out, I mean, it's such a bad look. It's just an incredibly bad look. And it makes it look like all you care about is money, right? Now, I do have to tell you what's interesting to me is that I have had people, I didn't do this research, y'all do your own research. I'm just telling you based on what people sent me, and I've had several people send this to me, that Jeffree Star is actually not listed as an owner of Killer Merch, okay? There are like 3 owners, I think, or co-owners of Killer Merch, and Jeffree Star is actually not listed as one of those people. And that's where people are starting to speculate that maybe he really is an owner with Morphe, but maybe it's not his name. Maybe it's through another person, maybe it's through a family member, who knows? knows, right? Maybe somebody else is representing him. Now, I actually do know people in my personal life that, like, if you ask them what they do, they would say, well, I own this company, right? But on paper, for tax reasons and other things like that, because maybe they, like, filed bankruptcy in the past, on paper, and I'm not saying this is, like, a good look or that whatever, okay? But they are not the legal owner of their own companies or their houses and things like that, right? So this could very well be that Jeffree Star is like all this stuff that he owns, he actually on paper doesn't really own it, if that makes sense. That all these people around him that he trusts, they could actually own all this stuff. So could he be an owner of Morphe? The other thing is, could he be an owner of Morphe with it not saying like Jeffree Star or his legal name on there? Absolutely. Could it be that somebody else is representing Jeffree Star in his ownership in Morphe? Yes, 100%. The other thing is that somebody said, somebody was like reading the fine print of this email that they put out, and I don't know what the word is, but it said something like he doesn't retain ownership or something like that. And they were like, what this could mean in legal terms is also that possibly he did, but he doesn't anymore. And maybe it was like a quick title change or something. Who knows? I don't know. I can't imagine with all of this coming out that Morphe's main concern would be taking Jeffree Star off of that. So if that was the case, this could have been something that happened a while ago. You know what I mean? The thing is that I've been seeing this video that floated around. I talked about it in my video as well, where Jeffree Star is being interviewed and he says that he is invested in Morphe, okay? And people are taking this and they're saying what he is meaning by that is that he is a part owner in Morphe, right? And then I'm seeing that people that are pro Jeffree that are coming out and they're saying, you know, like defending that. They're saying he doesn't mean that he's like an investor in Morphe. He's just saying that I'm like invested in them, like I believe in them, like I'm invested in them, like I'm invested in a TV show or a movie or something like that. But if you look at the context, and context is important, okay? If you look at the context of the interview, he says, I'm invested in their company. I also have a makeup line with them, and we're opening, he says something like 75 stores or 250 stores, something like that, and we are opening this upcoming year, okay? So you wouldn't say, I'm invested in this company, you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't say, like, I'm really invested in Unsolved Mysteries, which I am, by the way, okay? Did I say I have a true crime book club? I am obsessed with Unsolved Mysteries. I'm watching it right now, the new reboot on Netflix. Oh my God. Like, I wouldn't say to you, like, if we were sitting here having a conversation or you were interviewing me, I wouldn't say, like, I'm really I might say I'm really invested in, you know, like Unsolved Mysteries, the TV show, but I would say I'm really invested in Unsolved Mysteries. Like, I love it. I used to watch it. I'm a huge fan. I'm really invested in watching the show, right? But I wouldn't say to you, like, I'm really invested in Unsolved Mysteries. We have 6 more episodes coming out next year, and I also have, you know, blah, blah, unless I was part of the production team of Unsolved Mysteries. Do you get what I'm saying? So when people want to pick this apart and say, like, this is where it's like we're scrapping words. No, he came out and he said that he was an investor in Morphe. Now, we don't know if that's true. He could have been lying through his teeth and had nothing to do with Morphe, right? Then what Morphe should probably come out and do is clarify that and say Jeffree Star never has been, nor is he ever going to be, whatever, or whatever they want to say. But the truth, they should just come out with the truth and say he has never been an investor in our company. Yes, he has had makeup lines with us, whatever, but that's not what they're saying, right? You can also be an investor in a company and not be termed an owner. You can even be a silent partner in something, or a partner. You don't even have to be a silent partner. You can be a partner in a company and not be considered owner. So do I think that Morphe is manipulating the words of something to do associated with Jeffree Star where there's manipulation? Do I think that Morphe is manipulating the words that they're using to make it look like they have no association with Jeffree Star when they do? Absolutely, 100%. That's what I personally believe, but I could be wrong. And if I'm proven wrong, then I'll get on here and I'll admit it all day long. I don't have a problem getting in video and being like, well, I thought this, but I was wrong, you know? I have no problem doing that whatsoever. In fact, I think there's going to be, you know, many of us as drama channels or commentary channels. I have something on my eyelash. I don't know what it is. Anyway, I won't even do that joke anymore. But, you know, like, I think there's going to be a lot of us that might have to eat our words, you know? I think Jeffree Star might come out with some things, or Shane Dawson might come some things that show that Tati is not being 100% forthright in what she said. I don't know, you know? And if I have to get on camera and say, I thought this, but I was actually proven wrong, I have no problem doing that, okay? Like, none whatsoever. I also reserve the right to change my opinion about things at a moment's notice, you know? And I think you all do as well. We're all humans. That's why I love to hear your comments in I call it the conversation section below, because I love to hear what you guys have to say. And sometimes when I'm reading it, it like changes my, completely changes my, you know, way of thinking about something. I'll be like, oh God, I never thought of it that way, you know? So anyway, they go in here, the insider goes in here and says, Jeffree Star restocked Shane Dawson's hoodies, but the Killer Merch owner still hasn't acknowledged the drama engulfing the duo. So I don't know if he's the owner of Killer Merch. You can't find that anywhere. It doesn't say that. It says, Jeffree Star's merchandising company Killer Merch announced a restock of YouTuber Shane Dawson's hoodies on Friday. Dawson has been embroiled in scandals for weeks. Both Star and Dawson have gone quiet since Tati Westbrook dropped an explosive video claiming that the two manipulating her into attacking James Charles, setting off the YouTuber's feud. Beauty drama fans were quick to point out that Killer Merch should read the room on Friday, and then it goes on and on and on. So I don't know. You know, they have the tweet listed and all that kind of stuff. It's really interesting. I do want to say one thing, is that on Ryland's Twitter, and I keep on referring to this Twitter because I think that he probably, I don't know, maybe he's taken it down now, but no, he hasn't, where he says right here, and I'm just using this as an example as we pick and choose who we want to be upset with, where he says this, hope you enjoy those sold out vitamins that made you millions in minutes from Shane's support, you two-faced liar, okay? Well, what's interesting to me about this is that there's been a lot of people that have been coming out against Shane Dawson at this point. You know, I think her name's Katie something. I don't know what her name is, but she's the one that sang like the acoustic version of Prom Night in the series about Jeffree Star. She put out a tweet and she said, please do not associate with me with this. I didn't know anything about Shane's past, blah, 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 whatever. The other thing that I thought was interesting was, I think her name is Marley from Lavender Beauty. She literally, I just saw this like 2 weeks ago because I actually was gonna, 3 weeks ago maybe, because this was before all this stuff happened. I almost made a video and included this in there. And I have like the screenshots of him like on his Instagram story talking about it. So Shane Dawson, Marley from Lavender Beauty, she came out and she's like a one-person owned beauty brand. Very nice, you know, and people seem to love her and her products. So she had a launch, I think it was like of eyelashes and I can't remember what else. But anyway, she sent him some stuff with a very nice note. And so he showed it on there and he said, swipe up to go to her website. She literally sold out like that. Okay, well, I just happened to be like scrolling through YouTube and she came out with a video and it was like a 2-minute and 45-second video. Apparently people have been coming and asking her like, do you still support Shane, blah, blah, blah. And she goes in there and she addresses two instances, not tweets, two things that have come out that she had a really hard time with. And she doesn't say she's not gonna stand by him, but she was like, I was not aware of this when Shane and I first met and when he was supporting me. You know, so it's interesting because there's a lot of people that have benefited off of Shane that are now coming out and speaking. I don't know, like for me personally, I mean, this is, I think, a good conversation. I'd be interested to know what you have to say about this. Just because somebody has done you a favor in your past, just because somebody has helped you out with a business venture, somebody has done a nice gesture to you, does that mean that you owe them for the rest of your life? I mean, per Cam Lester, you know, Jeffree Star even said to Cam Lester, just because James helped you at the beginning of your career doesn't mean that you owe him for the rest of your life. I'm just saying, okay, all these people that have done really nice things for you, Trisha Paytas is saying all these people that Shane helped. I think it's interesting that these people aren't coming out and speaking for or against or defending or whatever they're saying, you know. But I don't know that you owe somebody that for the rest of your life, especially if everything that you knew about him changes, I guess, you know, I don't know. The other thing I wanted to talk about in here was that, and I have to just tell you guys, like, well, first of all, two things. I kind of tweeted this out yesterday jokingly, but it's true. Like, I get sent so many things. Like, yesterday I started getting sent all this stuff about, oh, what was it? I started getting sent, it was something that I already talked about in my videos. I don't know, maybe I just need to make like one 5-minute video about this topic and then one 5-minute video about this topic because I start getting sent all this stuff and I was like, if like people send me stuff and I'm like, I already saw it, like, or did you already see this? And I'm like, I just discussed this in my video. Please go watch my videos. So, I know what it was. It was about Jeffree Star buying the Toyota. Okay, I talked about that in my video. I talked about it actually in 2 videos. And then it was some Shane Dawson video that came out. I don't know what it was, but like, you guys keep up, watch my videos. I talk about a lot in like 20 minutes. I know my videos are long, but I talk about a lot. So just, please stay. Sometimes you might hear more interesting stuff at the end. So anyway, somebody just sent me a tweet. Oh, it's the same video. I haven't watched this video. I can't keep up. I just can't keep up, right? So anyway, then I went to James Charles' Twitter today, and this was interesting. I hadn't actually gone to James's Twitter in the last couple days. Now, I did go to Shane's, and Shane has not liked anything, and he hasn't posted anything. Jeffree Star hasn't liked anything. He hasn't posted anything. Their social media, they're just like absolutely silent. Like, God knows what's going on with them. Tati hasn't come out, and she hasn't said anything anymore, except for like in Tati's video at the end of it. She kind of alluded to the fact that she wasn't going to be back real quick, so who knows what that's about. But James Charles, I went in here, and he posted yesterday, he just posted 3 minutes ago. From now on, every time I post an Insta pic, I'm going to pick a sister that double taps and comments the secret emoji to win $500. Sound good? Turn on your notifications. So that was really nice. And then 16 minutes ago, he posted a selfie, and then 23 hours ago, he posted a selfie. But this was interesting, okay? So yesterday he posted, because he usually uploads on Fridays, "Morning, sisters. There won't be a new video today. Thank you for allowing me to take some time this week. The love and support you're sending has been helping more than you know." And to be honest with you, other than a few tweets that he has liked, this is probably the most direct that he has been about all of this. And he hasn't come out and said anything about the Tati video. He hasn't come in and said anything about what's happened with Shane Dawson or Jeffree Star. And do I think that he needs to? No, I mean, no, not really. I mean, you know, James Charles, if none of this really is, any of it is true about James Charles, he's been like thrown into the middle of this mix of just crap that he really never asked to be part of. You know what I mean? So it's like, he probably is just sitting back like, let me please live my life, okay? You know, all that kind of stuff. But it was interesting because when you go underneath here, I didn't expect this. It was just like one person after another. There's a couple people that dropped their videos, and someone said, "I know Tati Westbrook said you all made up. I get you probably aligned to compare notes. Please don't forget that this woman knew you might hurt yourself if she uploaded that video and still uploaded it. That's not okay." Someone said, this is their names, their Twitter name is Shame Lawson, said, "Jeffree manipulated me like he did Tati. Please stop ghosting me." And somebody said, "Read people, it says shame, not Shane." And someone else responded and said, "You're young, James. Tati is manipulating you. Remember what she put up, though. She is now doing that to another person. What you felt, he is feeling." Really? I don't know. I don't know. "Remember how quickly the world flipped on you and believed every word she said. It's happening again and you're allowing it to." Don't forget, like, we got to remember what Jeffree and Shane's stance was in all of this. I mean, no matter what she did, okay, I just have to say this, right? If you watch my videos on a regular basis, you know that I have a history of being bullied when I was in high school, okay? Well, elementary, junior high, and high school. I was bullied all the way through, and it was horrific. And I still, today, feel the results of it, although I'm very forgiving and loving towards the people that bullied me, okay? That being said. But that being said, I would have one bully and then 5 people that sat around and didn't say anything, or kind of would be like, yeah, you know what I mean? That like pushed it forward. To me, looking back, those people, although they were doing it on a less level, are just as much in that as everybody else. Does that make sense? And I don't like today, I'm very forgiving of those people. I've talked to most of them. We've had conversations. They've even like apologized for what happened. But when I look back on that experience, when I think back on that experience, I don't just think about that one person standing there, okay? I think about the people that were backing him up too, because if it was just him standing there alone, the power that he would have had alone is not as much as he had with 5 people standing behind him. So when you talk about Tati putting out this video, yes, she put this video out and she needs to take responsibility for that video. I agree. Okay, the one video that she put out, but she also had the backing of some very, very powerful people that were like, we back you in this, okay? And Shane was indirectly backing Tati. People forget that. I made videos talking about that, okay? The unfollowing and the being with Jeffree and all of this kind of stuff, you know? So, I mean, let's just be for real. Like, she had some, like, if we want to put this on her and call her, you know, that, then she had some people backing her powerfully as well. I think it's what all 3 of them did collectively together. Is it she doing the same thing again this year? I don't know. I really don't. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in the, you know, the next couple days. Someone said, "For all you grown AF people, stop. You know how hard this is for him. Not only does he have to deal with this in his private life, but he can't even tweet without you guys feeling like it is so important to state your opinion. Hope you have a wonderful day, James." And they go on and on. He's an adult himself. Someone says, there's this one person in here whose name, that's Shane Dawson. They just keep on coming in here. "James, I just want to talk. I'm so sorry for everything." Okay, and this is Rylan Sadams. "Is it because you're preparing for the lawsuit?" And then someone responded and said, this is where I can't because it's kind of funny, okay? So Rylan Sadams, which is Rylan's picture, says, is it because you're preparing for the lawsuit? And this person responds and says, do not tray him today. Because in Rylan's tweet, he said, don't tray me today. And then he corrected it and said, try. And this person went underneath here and corrected it and said, try. Then Rylan Sadam said, Jeffree just showed me the voice memo. I can confirm that it is not true. I mean, these people underneath here, it's just like, okay. Oh, wait. Then there's Trashapatus. That's the person's name underneath here. It says, please come on my podcast. God. I can't. People say the drama channels have too much time on our hands. Oh, my God. So, here's the question. What's going to happen? What's coming? I think it is coming. Okay, I think it is going to come. I think this house of cards is about to fall like nobody's business. And I think the next move will be, I don't think Shane will come out and speak next. I think it's going to be a while. I could be completely wrong. I mean, we know that Shane or Jeffree is going to have to come out and speak. Jeffree is not going to stay silent forever, okay? Number one, he has way too much ego and pride to do that, okay? He's going to come out at some point. I think everybody's speculating that he's going to come out with all these 500 receipts. I don't think he's going to do that. I don't think he thinks he has to do that. I think he'll come out in a very kind of like cryptic video where he takes some responsibility and he talks about like what he's working on and who he wants to be going forward and how this has been really hard for him. And if you guys knew like what he's gone through, and I think he'll try to make himself very relatable to every person out there. And if you go back to Liam McAvoy's video, when the one that Jeffree Star took down and then got put back up by YouTube, that video that Jeffree didn't want anybody to see, when he talks in there about the reason why a lot of Jeffree Star's stans excuse Jeffree's behavior, what he says is because that a lot of what Jeffree does, he like turns out and then people are like, wow, I've kind of done similar things, so I relate to it. So they can apologize for him and excuse his behavior because this is genius. It really is, okay? Because then they're looking at themselves, so to speak. Whatever Jeffree does, he'll do it in a way that makes it relatable. We already know that what we're not going to do in 2020, and those people weren't my friends, and I don't know them, and blah, 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 whatever. That didn't work, okay? So he's not going to do that. Jeffree's not stupid. He's going to come out with a very manipulative video. And I think that everybody needs to, when they watch it, like really, really watch it. Like maybe not just once and be like, forgive him, but like watch him once, twice, 3 times and really listen to what he's saying. Because I do believe that whatever he comes out with will be highly manipulative. If Jeffree starts playing his cards this early and starts throwing receipts like that, these people, I believe they all have receipts on each other. I believe they do. And I believe James has a couple receipts. And I think between all of us, I think that's why everybody got silent last year. Because I think James is like, listen, I'm not stupid, okay? So you come out with what you have and then I'll throw my card too. And we'll see which ace is higher. I think that's really what happened last year. And I think if that starts, then we really are going to see the end of these top 5 to 10 YouTubers out there that are like just challenging each other, because it's going to get so ugly that I really think that what will happen at this point, and I keep on saying this is redemption time for the audience. I think at that point the audience is just going to be like, I am so sick of this. I am so tired of this. I'm done. As far as Shane Dawson, I don't know. I think Shane Dawson may just stay silent. I mean, Tati left and we didn't hear from her for months, right? Shane may just not address any of it. I mean, I think Shane at this point, people always say when I say something in a video, then like Shane said, like he'll kind of like take it, or when drama channels do that, not just me, but other drama channels as well, like say stuff, then like these people turn around and they take it, and Shane's one of the people that have done that. Okay, Shane, this is what, I'll give it to you. Put out a tweet and just say, hey, you guys, listen, like this is just too much for me right now. I really need to evaluate who I was. I need to think about who I was. And Wylan and I are taking some time off social media. We're not going to be posting videos for 6 months or something. And we're just going to go live our life for a while. Financially, they're probably totally fine to do that. And really just like, I don't know, take a look at who you were. Do a lot of evaluation, a lot of inventory, and then come back. And I don't know. And then say what you have to say then. But to come around and turn around right on the heels of this apology and this 5-page note, it's just a lot. I don't know that people are going to accept it. I say this in all my videos. I want hope and change for everybody, or I want change and hope for everybody. I want people to be embraced by love. I want people to grow and change as human beings. Why wouldn't we want that for anybody? I really do not understand that, okay? There's like this whole conversation right now about like driving hate and sending hate and hate mongers towards like a lot of these beauty influencers and things like that. And like I don't think that really does a whole lot of good, and like this is where I say my opinion can change like overnight, like, I really have thought a lot about this in the last 24 hours, and this whole kind of like, let's not send any hate and whatever. Well, there's people out there that just thrive on that, okay? And it's not just in the beauty industry. It's not just, you know, it's all over the place. I mean, I've covered a lot of YouTubers in the past that have just received unsurmountable amounts of negativity and hate, like Amberlynn Reed and, you know, Amy Slayton and people like that, you know, and none of it's right. I mean, to just put out that, I don't know who sits, I don't understand hate watching. I don't understand people that sit on this side and just are like so nasty and so mean. I don't understand that, you know? And so I guess for me, it's like I try to always come from a point of love and understanding and compassion. That also means that I can hope the most for somebody, you know, that I can, you know, hope that they continue to grow and hope that they continue to change into the best version of them, best versions of themselves. I want that for people, not because I expect that for people, because I have pretty low expectations for most people in the world. I've learned that when I have high expectations, I'm let down, and when people have high expectations for me, they're let down. So I try to have lowered expectations for people in the world. But the reasons why I want people to change and continue to grow, even if they haven't made major mistakes, I think for all of us, no matter where you're at in life, don't you want to continue to grow into the best version of yourself you can be? Because if you're constantly growing, learning, changing, and becoming the best version of yourself you can be, you are going to enjoy the best version of life that you can possibly enjoy. And for all of these people out there, why would we not want that for them? I don't understand. I really do not understand that, okay? I really don't. And, you know, I think, like, there's this kind of idea that there's many of us out there that just, like, you know, drive through life and we're like, this person needs to go down and that person needs to go down. I don't find any enjoyment in seeing somebody's, like, life being destroyed. I can honestly say that some of these videos I've been making about Shane Dawson, I never, ever, ever thought I would ever get on camera and say the things because of what's come out about Shane recently. I never thought that, you know, that these would be things that would be discussed about Shane Dawson. I really, really didn't, you know. But like my sponsor always says to me when things come up in life, you know, well, this is a great opportunity for growth. This is an opportunity for change. And I hope that Shane takes that. I hope he does. I hope he takes that and he runs with it and he says, okay, what do I do with this now? You know, who do I want to be going forward? And who was I then and what do I need to do? And if he truly has changed, like, you know, what I want to hear somebody say is, well, this is who I was and this is who I am and this is how I got to where I'm at today. These are the things that happened to me to make me realize that I didn't want to be that person anymore, that this is how I've changed, you know? Because for me, it's like I've done a lot of inventory. I've done a lot of evaluation. I've learned that words hurt people. I've learned that the way that you use words hurt people. I've learned that, you know, sometimes the way that we speak, people hear how we say things, not what we say. I've learned that I want people to, when they interact with me, to find our interactions enjoyable. And they say, hey, I really like Peter. He's a nice guy. You know, I want people to see that I'm putting good and positivity and love out there in the world. And so if I want that, then I have to lead from that point of view. And those are just some small ways that I've learned to grow in the last couple years, you know? And I think that's a fair question for any of these people. Do I think that something's coming out in the next couple days? Yeah, I think Jeffree Star will put a video out Monday or Tuesday. Anyway, let me know what you think in the next in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.